Extremely happy to have here with me Aviv Dror. We work together
Hi.
at WalkMe.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to introduce yourself and talk about OneAI before we delve into the bits and bytes of AI in sales?
Yeah. So as you mentioned, I worked for WalkMe for several years and led the desktop product there, and then I transitioned into my own startup at 2021. It's actually my second company with my other co-founders. We established a NanoRep in 2009 and sold it on 2006. So the second company that this team is establishing, and this time we chose to do it AI focused. Means that we started to develop a platform that enables a lot of AI capabilities for companies. So we did that in the first 2 years of the company. And then starting half a year ago, we built a new product that uses these capabilities as a product that you can install and consume, not as a platform, which allows you the capability to install an agent on your website that scans all the knowledge on your website, and it automatically knows how to answer questions upon that knowledge. But I think the most exciting part is AI steering. It's not enough that AI could be passive in the conversation and dig the information that you'd like. You want the AI to act as a true agent and actually steer the conversation towards collecting the details of the prospect as a lead, or push some bits of information that the business want to push to its customers, depend on what they're interested in. So that's the true, I think, interesting technology part that is on the product. And currently we have several dozens of companies that have installed this product and using it on their websites.
Interesting. Who do you see as the ideal user of the agent? Is it the sales rep himself or herself, or is it the manager, or overall the C-suite executives using the agent or the outcome of the agent? Who is the ideal user from your perspective?
Yeah, so I think that the user that is actually in focus is the visitor to the website. I mean, the whole product is only worth if the users that are visiting the website like it. For example, you can put a sales agent in a closed store, right? But people that visit the store need to like this person and have good interaction with this person. So this is exactly what we are envisioning with our OneAI agent. Its first goal is to give a pleasant experience to the visitor of the website and put them in the center, allow them to get the information fast, and on the other hand, while doing that and providing a good experience, allows the business to quickly qualify the prospects, collect all the relevant leads that are entering the website with this tool that is more proactive and more engaging and giving better result than any other agent that just sits there and knows how to answer some specific questions.
So if I understand correctly, if I were a prospect visiting a certain website in order to collect information, in order to derive the right conclusion, in order to decide whether to partner with this vendor or maybe look for alternative solutions, so the agent would empower me to make the right decision, to navigate through the website in order to land on the desired location. Or, I mean, I'm just trying to understand what is the outcome, the contribution of the agent. How does it help to empower the prospect or the buyer? And then maybe we can talk about the contribution to the supplier or the seller itself.
It's essentially giving you the right information on a chat interface. So we see that as again, we think that the internet itself is transitioning from just wandering around website to consume things in a chat interface. It's becoming more and more popular, and as a prospect, that allows you to actually do it because it holds all the information that is in the website. It gets automatically updated from the website. So this is the platform is really strong in collecting information from the website and processing and reprocessing it in real time. So this is how it stays updated. Now, from the business perspective, it's again the goal to collect prospects from the website is essentially a marketing goal. So this is our buyer inside the organization, the VP marketing of chief marketing, that actually want to have more leads from the website and better quality of leads. A lot of times they don't know how to push the tons of information that are in the website because they don't know what the prospect want to know. But as soon as the prospect engage with the agent knows what aspect of the product the prospect is talking about. It can ask qualifying question and then push the right information and collect the right details if the prospect is relevant.
So that can help to fine-tune the ICP in a matter of, shorter cycles compared to the traditional process of defining, refining the ICP based on campaign results, based on conversion rates. You don't have to wait and go through this process. Basically, by looking into the interactions and the information that the agent provides back, the feedback that it provides back to the marketing team, you can refine the ICP in a shorter cycle. Is that a process? Is this the goal?
Yeah, it's also I think a sub-product of the process. Because again, the main goal of marketing is to collect leads and to have to have them qualified and to have them more baked. And this is what the agent does. But it's a good point that you raised that also marketing would like to research what the users are thinking. Now, what's nice about chat interface is that when you chat, you actually say what's on your heart, right? You can get a glance into the user's mind using the right analytics. So we take all the things that users are saying to the agent, right? Let's say I visit a shoe website. I can ask on any model, especially because I don't know what this website actually contains, right? So we aggregate all the things that users are saying, and we show the marketing manager exactly what's going on in the user's mind, what they're interested to know. Now, if this information is missing, they can add that to the website. So they can be one step ahead.
One step ahead.
Yeah.
That's it. Is there any interaction or any feedback or contribution to sales managers as well? In other words, let me rephrase the question. How can sales benefit from the agent as well?
Yeah, so first is better qualification.
So you save them time because they don't have to go through 10 questions because the agent does that. By the time the lead, sorry for cutting you off, but by the time the lead gets on the seller's table, it has gone through some level of qualification or disqualification, so you get a better quality of lead.
Yeah, and they can also decide which qualifying questions they want the agent to ask. Again, the agent is steering the conversation. Once it identified, according to certain parameters, that the user is a good prospect, it can steer the conversation towards collecting details. What is the qualification, where to steer the conversation to? This is, again, a decision of who manages the agent. And this can be a feedback loop between marketing and sales.
Who do you think should manage the agent? I mean, I guess that it takes a lot of back office work.
No, actually not at all. It's very simple. Scanning a website is like putting the URL and then it automatically scans everything. We have a very sophisticated crawler that we built.
That's good to know.
So yeah, and then you can upload documents and you can upload some more information. And again, also the what we call the steering interface is also pretty straightforward, and we have customer success that helps our customers in building that. And again, the whole process, we believe in an iterative process because, again, we don't know how users will behave. So we see how they will behave, how they're behaving in the website. We collect analytics and then we refine the agent. It's kind of interactive process that our team knows how to do.
So that saves a lot of work, time, and money.
Yeah.
For both sides, marketing, sales, whoever takes part in the process of doing their housekeeping, managing the website, sitemap, etc.
Yeah. The problem with knowledge bases is that sometimes you need to copy information between sources, but the website is the source. So let's say if they see in the analytics that users want to know about some aspect of the product that does not exist in the website, then they don't have to feed this part into the agent. They can just open a new section in the website, put the information there, and then it's on the website and automatically goes to the agent as well.
That's beautiful. That's amazing.
Yeah.
An idea came up to my mind as I'm speaking to you. maybe I'm wrong, but if I were VP marketing or the person who's responsible for putting a new version of my website, we've got website, a business usually changes the website, occasionally, whatever, once a month, once a quarter, whatever. So would you say that looking into the agent's history or log or records or insights can help anyone who needs to brush up or refine the website, looking at what visitors are actually looking?
Definitely. This is, I think, once installed, that's one of the most important tools in order to really know what's going on your website. Because think about it, if you ask users for feedback, they won't necessarily give you the right feedback, or it's hard to get some information from them. But if you just ask them, what are you looking for? And they know that they can get information from that agent. So they will actually say what they're looking for. They will share their thoughts, and we see many interesting thoughts that are shared with the agent. Because again, people trust that agent, and once it's a stimulated conversation, we see even more trust because they know that it's a proactive. It's not just, let's say, an ordinary chat bot.
No.
It's something that actually is there to help them and is having some smart answers and engage you in a smart way. So this is how they share their thoughts. Once they share their thoughts, we can aggregate thoughts that are common among the users and then put them on our analytics dashboard, and then the website manager can see them and act upon that.
Does it require any ongoing maintenance? You said a few minutes ago that there is no back office work, but still, is there any work that needs to be done? Any input coming from marketing or sales in order to calibrate the process?
So again, in the qualification, how to qualify the agent, or how to or which details to collect. This is sometimes where it need to be fine-tuned. Every business with their own needs.
Yeah. The reason I asked you that is because I see maybe a future role of sales enablement, future job, to take part in the process of calibrating the entire sales tech, because everything is going in this direction. Automating processes instead of, or maybe shaving off some of the seller's job to be replaced by an AI agent.
I think that's exactly sales enablement, because salespeople actually knows which prospects they're looking for, which details they need, what are the qualifying questions. All that usually goes into sales enablement role, and then in that role, if they can, I know that one of the hard things in sales enablement is to actually affect the way salespeople behave, right? Yeah. If you figure out that there is a qualifying parameter, make everyone use it or remember to use it, it's hard. But it's much easier to configure an agent, right? And that's your first. I wouldn't say that's the most sophisticated salesperson, right? It only serves as the first line, but it can be very, very easily configured, and it engages a lot of people. So the effect is really great. And then if you bring more qualified leads, more relevant leads, that's help the sales. So yeah, definitely it's sales enablement tool. People that are using this tool can have a lot of effect.
They can help orchestrate.
Yeah.
The two teams to make them work more aligned together, marketing and sales.
Yeah, exactly.
Having said that, probably one last question. How do you see the future of sales, given the fact that more and more AI tools are introduced into the sales space? A year from today, maybe 5 years from today, could this replace the need for account executive? Or maybe?
Yeah, I don't think so, because a lot of time, especially if you go on B2B sales, the account executive is like a quarterback, right? It needs to align the whole, to form a team at the prospect. It's not one person that is taking the decision, it's a lot of people. It's sometimes a committee, sometimes in an RFP. There is a lot of things that need to go into place in order to make the sale happen. Mm-hmm. So, we can make the job. There's a lot of tools, a lot of AI tools that can work for them in order to make their job lots easier. So, for example, AI tools that can bring them the best advice. Sometimes they find themselves in very different situations and very, very different stages of sale. And scenarios like that have happened in other organizations or in their organization exactly. An AI that sees all the email correspondence and listen to all the conversation can give them the right advice at the right time. It also goes to sales enablement, right? A lot of times you have the battle cards that you need to use. So I think in the future you'll actually get this advice, and this is really enablement at the tip of your fingers, right? This is something that engages you at the right moment. And again, according to the standards that enablement are defining. So you get the right advice. Enablement are deciding how AI should steer the conversation with prospects on one hand and with sales people on the other hand. And then everything is more standardized and knowledge is shared across all channels, which make, again, the account executive job much more efficient.
I agree. I think it's amazing, I'll say that for the sake of the recording, that till AI was introduced into our lives, the part of the sales cycle that suffered most from lack of attention from managers, point of view, not reps, but managers preferred to focus on the later stages of the sales cycle, closing, negotiation, what needs to be done in order to motivate the prospect, in order to partner with us. Managers, this is what I feel as an enablement manager, working for so many managers and working with so many managers. I feel that managers, tier 1 managers, even VPs or C-levels, they prefer to focus on the later stages of the sales cycle and leave the early stages at the for the reps to control, to manage. And this is the part of the sales cycle that suffered the most because of lack of attention.
Yeah.
What AI does today is replacing or empowering everyone in those early stages.
Yeah.
Complementing the lack of attention. Replacing the need for manager, replacing the need for coaching, replacing the need for role plays, replacing the need for should I go back and brush up on my discovery question? It just does the whole job, empowering buyers and sellers and the business and the customer with everything they need in order to make a faster decision.
Yeah, I think so. It smooths that part of the process. It gives the sales people the information that they need to provide at this stage. It gives the buyer the information they need. And therefore you get much faster. You get into the buyer can know if they want to progress or not, and then it gets to the more interesting part of really negotiation and aligning more decision makers in the organization and stuff that really sales leaders more.
And this is what we all want: to be more effective, more efficient, and more productive.
Yeah.
To make more with our time.
And also we'll give them the right picture, because let's say if AI decides on the first stage of the process if the lead is qualified or not, and it gives a lot of standard in leads qualification and opportunity process, and it also gives them the right picture what they actually have in their hands, how the pipeline looks like, especially as you mentioned on the preliminary stages.
Exactly. Just before we wrap up, I'm gonna go one step back and ask you a question that I ask everyone that I interview. You can factor in your perspective on AI or not, but the question is, what is sales enablement for you, Aviv Dror? How do you define sales enablement?
So for me, it's two things. One is to make deals more successful. Right, we need our salespeople to have the knowledge that they need in order to close a deal. And I think good sales enablement will make everyone top players in the organization, or at least very efficient players in the organization. A lot of times we tend to throw our salespeople into the pipeline and do a good job, but did we provide the right tool? Did we provide the right presentation? So that, I think, a good organization that have good sales enablement can dramatically affect sales. It's the difference between if you hire the next salesperson, whether they have like a 90% being successful in the role or 50%. I think that's, again, a dramatic effect. And the second thing is is the dashboard that the executive sees. If everyone has the same standard in moving the opportunity from one stage to the other stage, then we have a clear and standard picture of everything that goes in an organization. We can actually forecast. Mm-hmm. If we don't have that, we can't forecast, because then you go, sometimes you go into personal factor. Oh, this salesperson say they are going to be closing 100K ARR, but I know that they are right 50% of the time, and this sales person is right 80% of the time. You need to factor all that. And
gut feeling and mind, and so on. Yeah.
But when you have everything in the same standard, that you can actually do the forecast.
One last question, I promise.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Everything that we have covered so far, do you see any difference between corporate and early stage startup in terms of how fast we want to go, how deep we are going to integrate the AI applications, the sales cycle, or the sales enablement job? Do you see any difference between a corporate, traditional business, enterprise, semi-enterprise, corporate, and early stage startup?
I think it's first a question of budget. In later stage companies, we see sales enablement because there's a lot of salespeople, and we have the budget to hire people that are dedicated to that. On small startups, we don't, right? We have the sales enablement is actually done by product and not in a very professional way, because the attention is not there. But once we have AI tools, then it's the opportunity to do to invest in this fine-tuning of the AI tool, because then it gives a lot of effect, and once you fine-tune it, it acts upon how you configured it. So let's say you take our OneAI agent, and then you teach it what the qualification, how to qualify leads. Mm-hmm. So then it's actually, you can train it once, and you can even hire a consultant in order to do that. And you spend like a couple of hours between marketing and sales and product. You configure that, and then it stays forever on the website and can have an effect for significant time ahead.
So based on your words of wisdom, based on your insights, would it be fair to say that early stage startups that usually lack the resources from an enablement point of view, that would be the perfect ideal customer for you, because they lack the attention, they lack the resources, they lack the understanding what it takes to put an enablement team together, and they can see faster ROI using an AI agent, because this can fill in the gaps.
Yeah, definitely. It can fill gaps both for knowledge to internal knowledge, because again, you can fine-tune it to answer salespeople questions, and again, filling the gaps in prospect qualification and how to educate our prospect about our product.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you again.
Here too.
I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Hope to, next time we'll meet, hope to hear more news from you.
Yeah, sure thing. Thank you.